Good day everyone, I am Novamita Biliran, and for today I am going to discuss the Module 3, the Marketing Plan. Today I am going to describe in this topic of Module 3, I am going to describe the unique selling proposition and value proposition that differentiates one's product or services from existing products and services. And then also I will describe the marketing mix, the 7 P's, the product, place, price, promotion, people, packaging, and process in relation to the business opportunity and vice versa. After the comprehensive processes of seeking, screening, and seizing the opportunity, it is now time for the entrepreneur to focus on the chosen business and dig deep. Entrepreneurs must be write a business plan. So what is business plan? So business plan is a comprehensive paper that details the situation, analysis, objectives, strategies, and tactics on how to monitor and control the enterprise. So in this module, it will familiarize you on how to prepare a strategic marketing plan as a first component venture, the market. This module will also let you understand and identify what makes a product or service stand out from the competitors through defining the unique selling proposition and value proposition of the product or service. You will understand the behavior, attitude, and psychology of the entrepreneur's customers through various ways of customer validation. You will also understand in detail and apply the 7 P's of marketing or the marketing mix in instigating awareness and driving sales of the business venture. Last, you will understand the fundamentals in brand management and how branding gives a specific business an overall appeal and credibility. So value proposition and unique selling proposition. Before we're going to discuss this topic, first we're going to know the marketing process. So what is marketing process? So marketing is all about knowing the customers. Therefore, the marketing process starts with identifying the customer's needs, where you are tasked to create a meaningful value proposition. So, in marketing process, you will study the customer's want or desire for you to build a unique selling proposition. From there, it is imperative to identify the most strategic market or group to top. And then the value proposition or VP simply states why a customer should buy a certain product or service. Value proposition is the major driver in customer purchase or service availment. So, customers are very specific when it comes to their needs and their desired benefits. So, the value proposition should cater to those particular needs. The startup entrepreneur will surely have a hard time thinking of a value proposition for his or her business. The entrepreneur should bear in mind that the value proposition has to direct in addressing the problems of the customers, should have quantifiable benefits, and should differentiate itself from the competitors. So the following are some tips for the entrepreneur on how to create an effective value proposition to the target customers. So the first one is prepare a situation analysis that details the problems of the customers. So it is important to prepare a situation analysis para makabaluta kung unsay mga problems sa atuang customers, and so that mahataga na to siya og solusyon. And then the second one is the make a value proposition straight to the point, simple and specific. In short, there should be no complication. Your value proposition has to target your major objective. And then the third one is to highlight the value of your product or service so that customers will easily get what benefits you can provide. So, importante pod nga i-highlight nato ang mga values sa atong product or services para ang atong mga customer dali ra siya maka-attract or dali ra silang maka-interest kung unsay mga benefits nga atong gi-provide sa atong product and services. And then the fourth one is adapt to the language of your market. Ensure that your target market understands clearly what you are trying to say and avoid putting unnecessary and inexplicable phrases. So the fourth one is adapt to the language of your market. Ensure that your target market understand clearly what you are trying to say and avoid putting unnecessary and inexplicable phrases. So, importante pod to understand clearly what you are trying to say, so that ang imuhang customers or imuhang target customers maka-understand nimo clearly, and also kinahanglan i-avoid po nato og apply sa mga unnecessary and inexplicable phrases. Kay what if imuhang customer kay there are some words nga or phrases nga dili nila kaayo masabtan, and so that kinahanglan i-avoid to natong mga inexplicable phrases. And then the fifth one is add credibility enhancing elements such as actual testimonials from customers, partners, and other stakeholders, putting specific assurance elements and social acceptability metrics found in social media or press materials. So several quality management certifications such as the ISO cell add more credibility to the product or service that you're trying to sell. So kaning number 5, add credibility enhancing elements is like kanang mga testimony from other customer nga naka-experience na sa imong product or services, or like mga reviews nila. So it is important also to add those things kay para ang imuhang target customers or mga muabutay nga mga customers makainganyo pud sila or makakita sila sa mga review, especially kung high jud ang iyang reviewer, 5 stars. So it is very important. So number 6 or the last one is differentiate your value proposition with your competitors. So it is also important to differentiate your value proposition. So this is the sample potential value proposition from the most common small business in the Philippines. So ang example ani is kaning kaaling Tiris sari-sari store. Prior to the establishment of sari-sari store, Aling Tere notices that there is a convenience store in her vicinity. where many call center agents, nurses, and construction workers buy food, beverages, and other products during odd hours or from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. She discovers that the customers either ride a tricycle or jeepney just to reach the convenience store. There are two sari-sari stores nearby, but they close at 9 p.m. So, Aling Terry believes that this is an opportunity for a sari-sari store business with a twist. So, Aling Terry realizes she needs to address the needs of the customers to differentiate her business from other competition. So, she decides to establish a 24/7 sari-sari store as an initial investment. So, Aling Terry hires 3 employees who will help her run the sari-sari store in 3 shifts. So, during their break, Aling Terry mans and sari-sari store herself. So, she designs her sari-sari store like a semi-convenience store where customers can freely go and choose the product they want. It is also air-conditioned for security purposes. She also installs a CCTV camera. Her task now is to craft a worthwhile value proposition for the potential customers. So, wani siya ang proposed value proposition ni Aling Terry or sa iyang sari-sari store. Tindahang maasahan, bukas, kahit anong oras. So why should this be considered an effective value proposition? So it is specific and straight to the point. It describes what the business is by referring to tindahan, a Filipino term for basic retail store. It highlights the value to the customers that they can buy their basic necessities from the store. It is easily understandable because it is in Filipino language, which can be understood by the customers. There are compelling assurance in this value proposition because the phrase bukas kahit anong oras signifies the guarantee that customers will be served any time of the day. And last, Aling Terry's store is the only sari-sari store that is open 24/7, which makes her store different from the competitors. So on the other hand, unique selling proposition or USP refers to how you will sell the product or service to your customers. It addresses the customer's wants and desires. After you create your value proposition, you have to figure out how the advertise or promote certain unique features of the product or service that you're trying to sell. So, after hindi mo maka-create ng value proposition, so unique selling proposition mo siya refers how you will sell kung saan mo pagbaligya ang imong mga product and service sa imong customers. And it also addresses the customers' wants and desires. So, the following are some tips for entrepreneur on how to create an effective value proposition to the target customers. So, number 1, identify and rank the uniqueness of the product or service attribute. So this is the most difficult part because you only need to choose 1 or 2 at the most. That attribute will be your key to success, as this will compel customers to purchase from you and not from the competitors. The unique selling proposition it presents the best features of the product or service, should also avoid competition. Put yourself in the customer's shoes and ask yourself, why should I choose you over the others? Or why should I deal with you at all? Or identifying the unique selling point as a top job requires marketing research. The best way to identify is to identify the marketing mix or the 7 P's that I've mentioned earlier and distinguish which among those displays the product unique features. And then second, be very specific. So put details from emphasize the differentiator against the competitors. This differentiator should be very compelling and should make the customers think that they are really getting more value from you than the others. By being specific, make sure that the USP or the unique selling proposition does not rely on heavy, extravagant promotion. The customers do not want to feel that they are being fooled. And then the third one is keys or keep it short and simple. So one challenge that marketers always face is that the customer's attention span is limited and very easy to switch. So therefore, think of a very catchy unique selling proposition in the simplest and shortest way possible. You can compare it with the headline of a newspaper or a website so that the first item that the customers will see. The first step is the identification and ranking uniqueness of the product and service attribute using the 7 P's of marketing. So as you can see in the screen, so the process was ranked first as the most unique because Aling Tere wants to solve a compelling problem of the customers. And the availability of a retail store near their workplace in odd hours. Now, this was based on her marketing research about her environment. So, in the packaging was ranked second because it is the only semi-convenience store in the area or hybrid of a convenience store and a sari-sari store. So, in people, ranked third because it is the only sari-sari store that has 3 persons who work in shifts. It is common that the owner or an assistant attends to the store with a predetermined schedule and not the entire day. One is siya. So, the process, the only sari store that operates 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. And then sa packaging, semi-convenience store, and the people, muna siya ang 3 shifts of Aling Tere's assistance from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. and 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then from other promotion, price, place, product, and service, there is no unique. So, ang naara is the people, packaging, and process. And then, proposed unique selling proposition is tindahang maaasahan bukas kahit anong oras. The value proposition and unique selling proposition will only work effectively when customers feel the true benefits of the product or service being offered. So you will notice that the proposed value proposition and unique selling proposition are the same. Why? Because the most compelling differentiating factor is positioning. The value proposition is also the perfect unique selling proposition. Considering all the factors enumerated were all met, defined unique attribute, specific and short, simple. It is catchy too. However, this may not be the best unique selling proposition for Aling Tere. Entrepreneurs' creativity and inventiveness will always come into play. So, both the value proposition and unique selling proposition should be clearly communicated to the target customers in the catchiest way possible. The value proposition and unique selling proposition will only work effectively when customers feel the true benefits of the product or service being offered. I may say it is not easy to create an effective value proposition, but if you have the determination and the hard work and confidence and the willingness, you will be as successful by creating value proposition and being a successful entrepreneurs. So that's all for today's lesson. I hope you guys understand my discussion for today. And thank you guys for listening, and God bless us all. Bye.